I'm sure that almost everyone involved in Furio has been keeping up with everything that's been happening. Me personally, I haven't been updating myself so much, but I could not talk about the latest things that they put upon us. Now, this Medium article follows them talking about going the immutable road because so many people criticize them taking decisions centrally speaking and changing rules as they go, which is a fair point. But I'm gonna talk about why this, whatever they decided to do, is pretty bad in my personal opinion. So we're gonna go over quickly the headlines of the article, do some math behind what's gonna happen, and actually discuss if there's any way this headline right here that says guaranteed to last 2023 and beyond has any facts whatsoever. I don't think I'm the only one when I say that I've been so disappointed with everything that's been happening ever since the initial launch, the initial rally, and whatever else happened after that. Okay, without not really rekindling everything that's been going on, let's quickly talk about this Medium article. So like I said, they wanted to go the immutable route, and they did it, in my personal opinion, in a very poor way. So first things first, this right here is absolute falsehood. I can go right now, create a random token, a meme token, put in liquidity, and let it be, and it will run for years. The price would be close to zero, but it's running. Everyone can trade it. Everyone can go and pancake swap, exchange BUSD or BNB or any other DEX if it's listed there and get this token. So it will still exist, but it has no point and no meaning. So disregard this. What they're gonna be doing, let's quickly jump into the main course of action. What they're gonna be doing is that they decided to remove LMS, which is something that has happened already. I mean, look at this chart. Beauty, right? So removing LMS, meaning removing the funds from that contract. And they decided that they're gonna be doing weekly buybacks in USDC and burning those FUR tokens. Now, in any running protocol that is actually doing well, this would be something good, right? If you are in a DeFi protocol, actual DeFi protocol, keep that in mind. And what is the main thing about DeFi protocols that is very far away from all of these ROIdapps and miners? The main thing is that you have a service that provides you income, and that income is used to reward liquidity providers by buying back the tokens and burning it, by doing votes, by doing other types of governance structured on-chain things. So there's a lot of things that can go into a DeFi protocol. You lend your money, you earn an interest on that, somebody else borrows it, and then they stake it somewhere else. So this is what DeFi is about. This isn't, all right? This is money that you paid to enter Furio, and they're using that money to buy Furio again and burning it, which doesn't make sense. But anyways, so that's the decision, and they want to do this at this rate of 37.5k per week and at the rate of 150k per month, correct? As long as they can keep going. They said that first they're gonna use the money from the LMS to do that, and then they're gonna transition to the LMS bot that is trading the Forex exchange market, and they're gonna leverage that. Now let's look into why that is a bit absurd, and that is not something that will do any good in regards to the token, in regards to price action, and in regards to future plans. Now, indeed, that's the LMS contract. It's been depleted. The money has been moved to the vault contract. As you can see, there's that much right now. That was taken from the LMS contract. They actually used some, I think they made their first buyback because there was about 333,000, I think, yeah, that was taken away. And then, as you can clearly see, the first buyback has been made. They're gonna do this randomly, by the way. So, Yeah, I think I have the contract open twice. So let's go a bit and talk about the actual numbers. So let's see how this isn't really a good idea in my personal opinion. So first things first, if you were actually to keep going with the buybacks using that money to begin with, in 8 weeks, that money will be gone. So you still have 8 more buybacks that will be performed with a clear, you can clearly see on the chart, there's nothing, not a dent in the chart happened since they made their buybacks. All right. So 8 weeks of these buybacks, and this money is technically gonna be burned, or it's gonna be given away, right? So it's gonna be removed out of circulation, and that's it. It's your money being taken away, and you're not getting anything rewarded. I mean, you're not getting any rewards for that, right? So you're literally giving them money in exchange of a token that is depreciating every day in price, and that's it. You're gonna get a bit of it back. So that's 8 weeks. Now, after 8 weeks, what should happen is that the bot, so the money in the bot, the 2823 million that is currently in the bot, should generate 1.33% per week to give me that 37.5k to keep myself going in regards to weekly buybacks. Okay, let's see how the bot is performing for a second. Let's see if that is possible or any way, just to look at the performance of this bot. Judging by the bot's activity ever since it started trading, so that's almost 3.5 months ago, it was mainly in the red. Recently, it had a really nice profit spike. And if you look at this number, the absolute gain, so the total gain, if you count the profits and losses, is less than 1%. So 0.83%, that is the absolute gain. And you can clearly get the actual number from the original principal, so 2.8 million, and that is the current balance. So 23.144k has been generated so far ever since the bot started trading. Now, if you were a person doing this, getting 23k in 3 months, that's amazing. So if I was a single person who owns that much and getting those results in 3 months, I would be happy, honestly, more than happy. But you are putting so much weight on a bot to reward investors' obligations, and you need much more than this. You promised up to 2.5%, so you need to have a lot of cash flow, a lot of inflows in order to pay back these people and keep that token at a certain level. Because you're paying them back in FUR. You're not paying them back in USDC. You're not making that money and splitting it to the investors. You're giving them a token that is depreciating in value, and that is without inflation, mind you. Because if you go to the tax vault, there's still about so there's still about 120.8k FUR tokens to be distributed. So the tax vault is fine. So without inflation, the token is constantly under pressure and depreciating every single day. So in my personal opinion, I would not count on option 2. And if they were to actually remove principal from the bot to pay out those weekly buybacks, that would take us almost 1.5 years of weekly buybacks to keep us afloat. And by afloat, I mean to keep the promise that they made us going, right? And I don't think that's gonna happen. They're counting on making some money to do the buybacks. And this is gonna be really interesting. And then you have the idea of, is that buyback actually proven to do anything to the protocol? I mean, clearly by the look on the chart, the first buyback did nothing, correct? And just judging by the sell pressure that is currently ongoing, so with current Furio wallet obligations, you have approximately 43k of daily sell pressure, and that is not gonna stop anytime soon, but will increase with time because you have wallets that are actually compounding at 2.5%. So you have this ever-growing sell pressure, and that's daily, mind you, and that's weekly. So the weekly buyback will not even upset the daily sell pressure. What is the conclusion? The price is not gonna stop falling down unless something miraculous happens. They bring this fur fight that they've been advertising to life, and it's a huge success, and then people start buying back again, which I don't see happening in my personal opinion. So at this rate, if you were to actually deplete the LMS bot, that's 73 weeks of buybacks. Now the thing is, and the thing that crossed my mind is that why not actually going through and putting all of the LMS bot money into the LMS bot money into the LMS contract and keep the floor of 0.9 running as long as it takes, and let the people take the money that they actually invested into the project. So many fees were given to the dev team. I cannot even start to compile them all. I think the dev team has been paid enough for them to take that money, put it in the LMS, and let people play with it. Take as much as they can before it runs out. And hopefully, by the time 30% of this whole amount runs out, FurFi comes in and does something good to the project, and then you can put all your focus on this and remove this silly quest of going into, of going to Furbet, whatever, Furbot, and all of these things which aren't a success, and they haven't even launched, and they will not launch. I think that should be the focus. Try to go DeFi with whatever I mentioned earlier, instead of staying in the ROIdapp niche, promising those insane returns and clearly not being able to meet them. Okay, I think I ranted a lot in regards to everything that's been happening, but honestly, I'm a bit frustrated. I'm a bit disappointed that this has happened, because at the beginning it sounded promising, but clearly they couldn't deal with everything that's been going on. They rushed some plans before doing their due diligence, and they were stuck in a situation where, what can we deliver? Will they even be able to deliver this FurFi thing? So just one final thought on all of this. I think it's all about, a cascadation of bad decisions that were made ever since the beginning. You do remember well that the first major decision that has been made centrally, when they changed the reward system overall, when max wallets were taken out 2.5% per day, and then they decided that no, we should let max wallets have the same application as normal wallets. If they claim more, they get dumped to 0.5% a day. If I go right now to the variable reward system, you can clearly see what I'm talking about. So ever since this happened, to punish the first whale that actually got to max wallet, and then people got scared because they're taking money out at a fast rate. But that's what you guys advertised. That's what you wanted this to have. You wanted this to happen eventually, and this should have been in your plans and your foreseeable plans, that this will happen, and this will be the effect of this 2.5 push. You put in the initial rules, people played by the rules, and then you punish them. So this is when the whole thing started to decline. Even though many people were raising the pitchforks, praising these people, saying, "Oh wow, good job, you did this." Look at what's happening right now. It started there, and after that, every bad decision after the next, with them doing what they want, what they think is better, correct? While screwing so many people in the process, so many investors. And then after all of this, they decided to remove their hand from the contract and go immutable. So what do you expect after hurting so many investors to happen? Everyone is gonna cash out. Everyone will exit the protocol that you're trying to build. No one is gonna remain loyal, and no one is gonna remain in check if they're being hurt in their investment and they lost trust after everything that's happened. I think this immutability thing should have been done at the beginning, not at the end. Then perhaps leaving this to the community and the public, the retail investors, would have been a better choice. But now it was the worst timing possible and the worst choice that you could have ever made, in my personal opinion, of course. And there's that. So that's all I wanted to say. I really hope you stuck around till the end. I was a bit vocal, but I needed to get the message out there in regards to this. And I'm always going to be doing this. So whenever there's a screw up, there's a scam, there's a rug pull, I'm going to give my personal opinion, and try to investigate a bit, as you've seen with the videos on the channel already, amongst also other type of content with objective overviews. And there's that.